Yeah, I stabbed him. I said, God, that's just bless your heart. Cock like a vulgar harlot! Oh my God, she's gonna push her cock like a vulgar harlot.
Well, fuck me. Everything's dead. I hate everything. Fuck me. I'm gonna die. Nope. Bye. The rodeo!
Damn, he's fucking gone.
Hit something!
Boy,
Oh my God, kill him!
Look at this dumbass.
Bro, you got them goddamn green bean balls.
What does that mean, John?
This lever here.
Shit, I've been on the fucking social stream ever since you showed me your dick.
We're on a wavelength tonight.
That's right, son. We're out here kissing our dads in the mouth for fun.
Oh, okay, you lost me. Oh, it's killing me too.
This is a lot of fun, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, you having fun? That's getting heavy. Dude, she
moving,
got the bob and weave.
Oh my.
Oh, it looks like there's a fish coming out of it.
Yeah, that's for the weird yordles like Fizz. People that aren't quite
Two
yordles.
cupcakes and a fish. It's like, yeah.
This isn't a yordle.
I said the weird yordles.
I'm not saying I saw our Ezreal run from like here all the way back here while the tanks were dying.
Damn.
brother.
Being my dad.
Hell yeah.
Did you tell her that story?
Have not.
Did we just do that at the exact same time, Chase?
No, I saw your prom first.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my goodness.
But Bella says she was excited to see you play Rainbow Siege.
Oh yeah.
I did.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
that didn't seem like
I was
something that
I
you'd be
was
interested
tell
in.
I was telling her about your history of fucking dads on here.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm excited to see you in Rainbow Siege chat room. More specifically, there.
I don't always go in. It's usually if someone's being mean to other people for no reason that I go in, I think.
Except yeah. Like literally yesterday, he's like, "Hey, dude, just go ahead and say the slur."
Oh yeah, well they were like
Save us
passive
some
aggressive,
time.
like just fucking texting shit back and forth. It's like if one of y'all doesn't say a slur.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Man.
I've been doing much better on
Takes-
Siege recently. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself by saying that, but
You jinxed
fucked
yourself
up.
last night by saying that.
did I?
Ah,
We played. You had like 4 or 5 really, really good games, and you had a couple of games where you're like, "Damn, 5 rounds, no kills, fucking ass." But I also started off last night rough, and then I finished stronger.
I wish
Android had a new system update, and it's dog shit.
It did have a new system update.
It's dog shit.
So I feel like I know the answer. Why do you not like it?
What's funny is the biggest reason is I can't swipe up to unlock the phone.
Swipe up?
You have to swipe down. So if your phone's locked, you have to swipe down to get the keypad to open up. You cannot swipe up.
I do it.
so they're changing everyone's muscle memory. That's pretty much what I'm hearing.
Oh wait a minute! You can swipe up, you can't swipe down. Sorry.
You swipe down to unlock your phone.
I should be able to swipe wherever I want to swipe.
Okay, that's such a boomer thing to say.
That's what it was before the update.
No, I see where you're coming from. I'm not disagreeing. Just hear you say it like that. I should be able to swipe wherever I want to swipe is really good. Swiping down though. I guess just because your thumb is typically towards the bottom of the screen. That like the reflex is just a
Slide up.
yeah.
And
Slide
you,
down.
whenever
How about
you're on
that?
social media and everything, I mean, rolling, you're just automatically going up.
It's really great that they were just like, hey man, I'm just everybody's tired of AI and all of its bullshit. So we did y'all a favor and we've incorporated it irremovably from the phone.
I disabled every bit of it.
When you said you hated it, I figured you were gonna say because sometimes, like, when you're trying to look
Okay.
at your notifications, you'll hit the corner and you'll get the settings instead.
Yeah, okay, so I do
I'm
hate
like,
that,
ugh.
but I found out because like you still have that. When you go to the drop down settings, you can actually edit it to bring it the old drop down menu, which I like that. I fixed that. But I still don't like that I don't get all my fucking notifications in front of my face.
Your
It's like, oh,
noties.
here's this one thing that happened on the group me, and then I click on it, and like 7 of them fly out, and I was like, well, fuck. Like I've missed Outlook emails this week.
I
I'm on vacation. I shouldn't care, but
Sure.
I care.
I feel like it reset the timer for how long it takes for your screen to dim. Because now mine dims swiftly. And with no remorse.
How do you feel about Beastly Blowjorb?
Pretty good name. Oh, we're fighting a 3-man. You want to talk about emotions running high, dude? If I didn't get disconnected from it every time I tried, playing ranked is a fucking trip, dude.
E-Town, he's looks maxing, and then this guy's E-Town, he's jelk maxing. The invention of the word jelk makes me want to kill myself.
You don't like it?
No, not really. Oh, sorry, Rupert. I didn't. Bumpy little nose.
Beating on the dog.
Beating on him, I
Dang.
just bumped him with my toe.
Toe bump.
Toe bump assistant.
Rupert rather sleep in
Fucking
here under the
love this.
desk, sleep
Awesome.
with in the bed, because I'm in here, and it means a lot to me.
He knows how much it means to you. That's why he does it.
Believe it.
I love my little possum.
It's an S tier. I don't even know if Bella's seen it.
Was it?
Have you seen his little possum like avatar for the
Yeah.
channel stream?
On the stream?
I love thighs. Bro's out here. He's fucking horny. Posted on
You ready
Maine.
to engage Op 4?
He's I'm the Joker. I'm looking at the Chinese man on the TV. If we get slurs from somebody, it's that guy.
10 seconds remaining. Down to 5 seconds. Ready to activate. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Reloading.
We're not off to a great start.
Laser gate in position.
I gamble on people coming through this top floor every single time with these mats.
What the fuck was that? Oh, there's a drone on site. They scanned me with it. I think that's how they got it. Or rather, oh, what the?
Scoot, scoot, scoot. You gotta get out of my way. God damn it.
Is this? I'm gonna be watching this vigil.
Activating lance. One Op 4 remaining.
Okay. Turns out I'm the greatest to ever play this game.
Greatest to ever do it, baby. I'm pretty sure I got an assist off of barbed wire there, by the way. Which I'll take. It was outplayed, honestly.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
This vigil moves freaky like. The sensitivity on this man's mouse.
Damn, poor fucking dome.
Mission successful.
The 3K. I didn't know where that was going for a second. You looked towards the couch, and I was like, how does he pull this off? And he just fucking flicked to your brain. You just flicked to his brain right there. Storage and porridge. Bandito?
Danbito.
Play that game and
Dude. Josh.
Oh.
Something tragic happened.
Hello!
today.
What's it, Eric? I can't remember. The shit rocks, man.
Okay.
No, the person that made my avatars here.
Hell yeah. Goat status. Looks great. Big fan.
What were you saying though, Chase?
Oh,
ready
I said
to
something
eliminate
tragic
hostiles.
happened today. In my little world. So my entire house is painted the same color.
Yes.
Seashell gray. So I redid the other bedrooms to be exactly the same color, outside of like an accent wall.
Down to 10 seconds.
No big deal.
5 seconds to insertion.
So
has
I
located
do
the
everything, and then I get to the bathroom for the touch-ups over the spackle that I've done to some of the patches.
Spackle, that's how you know he's grown.
And
He knows how to spackle.
the paint puts on. I was like, oh cool, it's just gonna dry. You know, it's gonna be a beautiful looking boop, boop, boop.
It's gonna be a beautiful spackle.
It's gonna be gray. It's gonna be a nice looking gray. Well, it just doesn't dry gray for some reason. Holy fuck.
It's going down over here, man.
Diffuser located. Protect the bomb. Disable the diffuser.
Wow, bro cooked me. Anyway, so it just doesn't dry to the gray for some reason. It turns out that the guy who mixed the exact same color of all the paints I had mixed this one slightly too white. So where I paint over the patches, it just looks bright white,
Friendly destroyed the
like a
diffuser.
white gray.
Mission successful.
So now I have to repaint the whole room,
That's crazy.
and I'm really angry.
Did you send him a really cordial email?
I did.
He
But I'm
wrote
really
a very
angry.
angry review.
Well, I am out like $40 because of it, so I'm gonna take the can and be like, yo, it did not paint the color. But the good thing is I have enough paint in the can left that I can just paint the borders that color and be done with it this week. And if I want to go back and make it like darker, I can. But you can't really tell the difference. It was just enough that it was like, oh, you can't spot paint without it being obvious.
Can't spot. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah, like you can't fix the little patches because then it's like, wait a minute, what is that little slightly lighter patch doing there? And you're like, it's infuriating.
I like if I speak softly enough, it doesn't change from the version with his eyes closed. If I just kind of mutter a little bit, it's hard to do, but. I'm also glad I got the settings the way I want them now, so that the little bounce he does when he talks, I think it's good. I'm not too proud to say I look at the motherfucker while I'm talking sometimes, just to watch him fucking bob up and down.
Just bob up and down.
Yeah. Schultz has been streaming his game. I was thinking about getting a little creature for him potentially,
10 seconds to insertion.
but I wouldn't know what to do. I had already had the thought of like a little sack boy, sock puppet, wizard.
Wait, that's actually so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something for you. I was like, I don't know, eagle. You know.
I think it's the eagle.
Where are you, Chase? Okay, you're down there. Oh, playing Cali on Favela? What a fucking animal, dude. Dude, this guy's crazy with it.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Huh.
We're good at math. What's 55 minus 18?
55 minus 18 is 37.
God dang, 37.
Alright. You're locked in for that one. Wow. Oh my gosh.
My air trap is
I'm not
deployed.
playing this. You can't play scary games after 12. It's just law.
Oh, he got me. Fuck. Turns out you can't shoot a straight sniper shot while you're swinging on a rope.
Op 4 last operator standing.
2v1 and our teammates quit. Let's go. He's in the back corner over here. Oh, he's got him pinned.
Down to one friendly.
Got him. Alright, hard left. He's ducked down behind something right here on the left, maybe. In that room. Yep. That's where he was.
15 seconds left. 10 seconds remaining. Op 4
Day.
eliminated. Friendly
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if he's got an air jab left. Look at those big old guns.
You couldn't have jelked that much. That is the gun skin I was talking about that I
Took me a rice joke this day.
That is the gun skin that I always get for her.
Frosty.
Tier unlocked. Clutch victories and rank standard quick retro seed cup. Tier 3. I am like that. What a skin.
Josh, I think my sister's about to work her last week at New Birds.
That's craziness.
It only took her like 4 more years than it took me.
What is she leaving it for?
She has a job in Bank Independence, like
Geology
security team. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
Hey, holidays off. That's
That
all
is
it matters.
true.
9 to 5. Well, I don't know if it's the same. 9
It's
to
8 to 5.
I didn't know if her being in a certain area affect the time. But hey, holidays off 8 to 5. Let's go.
I my journey to try to manage everything. I think my next step I'll try a bank. I'd be a branch manager.
Hell yeah.
Access to all the money.
Well, it seems like a good thing to be able to run. I just kind of want to learn how to do everything. Not really a actual plan for someone's life, but I don't want to do it.
My dad kept trying to get me to go work at the bank, just anything, purely because he's like, oh, it's a 9 to 5, weekends off, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I want to be a department head at a university.
Oh, okay.
And Thew Sadok has left the party.
You know me, dude. My social battery ran out. I stopped talking 2 hours ago. I just left to make my life a little easier. What department? Humanities?
I haven't. So no, actually, I wanted to be in career development or something of that nature. Assisting anything that assists students with advancing their campus life or their financial growth or things of that nature. Life skills.
You're getting out.
I enjoy that part of my job. Currently, creating career opportunities for other people, skills to take to the next job. It's rewarding.
I used to remember how many people I had made managers of.
Well,
maybe you need to invite me. Maybe I wanted to be treated like a lady. Why is that button so big? Did I tell you yesterday that the packs for the celebration packs, you can buy those with the yellow points?
Yeah, you told me that.
Oh, I just have this outfit. Cool. Wow. Azami has some swaggy clothes. What was she? She was a bodyguard for like an insurance guy, I think. With her fucking proprietary Kiva barriers. I listened to a video because, you know, my life is content. Because I drive for 2+ hours a day. I listened to a video of all the lore for Rainbow Six Siege.
Nice. He's literally an Elden Ring player, just in a different universe.
Well, I didn't have to boot up Wikipedia to play the game, so I guess there is a slight difference.
We don't have Wikipedia, we have Vodividya, bro.
The media's
The man has like a team of fucking data miners and players and video guys. He's like, all right, now let's create a 3-hour magnum opus of storytelling.
We mining data over here?
Fucking talking about Vodividya on YouTube. Fucking goat.
I remember I used to, honestly, I could probably still do it. Like, rattle off a fucking hour's worth of
You ready to engage, Op 4?
Destiny 2 lore. Because I used to watch all the lore videos all the time.
I know you haven't met Spencer, but you two would get along so well when it comes to Destiny lore.
Well,
He
I don't
used
know.
to catch up on that shit.
Down to
I
10
don't play
seconds.
it anymore. I got mad at it,
5
and it was
seconds.
finally enough to make me put it down.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
That was, what was it called, man? I think it was Lightfall. That was genuinely one of the most ass expansions to any game I've ever played. And I played the Prince of Persia DLC. Dude, I've got to take this fucking red dot side off. It's really embarrassing.
말보다는 행동이지.
Sounds like there's a shield op coming down the mezzanine.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
말보다는 행동이지.
Op 4 has placed a diffuser near a bomb. Destroy it. Located the diffuser. Destroy it. Friendly, last
Didn't
operator
even see
standing.
fucking Ace. He's watching it from the outside. He blew holes straight onto the point. Both of them are there.
Where?
Holes onto point. I can't. You can see the thing. It's there from there on the outside. I don't know how to explain it. It's that one little box room that's got holes blown into it.
I'm honestly, that would have been a really embarrassing kill cam. I gotta get that fucking red dot off that gun. That guy would have had me for sure, but the I don't think this. I think I would have killed the one that I saw if I wasn't recoiling to hell. Give me something else. Maybe a reflex. Let me try that. Just the bounce of the gun just doesn't like work right for me. Fully. Like I feel like there's
Be ready to
some
engage Op 4.
optimization to be had. It feels pretty good.
Take some trauma flares.
Seconds remaining.
I called like 4 or
5
5
seconds
people
left.
today, and none of them were what I was looking for.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Like interview.
Yeah.
Laying
Man,
out the
we're
welcome
gonna
mat.
get Reagan soon.
When is that?
The 19th. We get the 19th.
말보다는 행동이지.
May 19th?
Yeah.
That's good. She's Monday through Friday, right?
Correct. Morning spread.
너무 조용하군.
Okay, good strat. Yeah, sorry, what was it again, Chase? I was trying to kill somebody.
Morning spread. Be a part of our school schedule.
Was it 6 to 2, Monday through Friday?
Yes.
Oh, there's doors. Oh, this one's on the ground. Was on the ground. Clean them out, Chase. Give me those scan assists, baby. Oh, into the hallway. Into the hallway. Yep, through that door to the left. That is where he was. There's a drone on the floor to your right. Yep.
Oh, instantly tap.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
I half-lifed her on the roof, but I thought she was on her drone, so I didn't shoot immediately, but she was not. I have all the ingredients for butter chicken. Buttered chicken?
I've heard
Butter
this.
chicken?
I've heard
Oh, have I?
this.
Or have you rather? Sorry.
This is the buttered chicken.
I'm curious to see what it's like.
Just
I
gonna
got
play fucking views.
I got my, what's it called? Fucking garam marsala.
Your tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
We were talking about our videos a moment ago.
10 seconds to
A moment ago,
insertion.
like 30 minutes ago. I'd like to go
5
back
seconds to
and look at
insertion.
what the top viewed live streams we've had were,
Proceed to bomb's
just
location
because they're
and
so
defuse it.
strange. I need to play another Fire Emblem game based on that though,
Loading new mags!
because the first part was our most watched live stream, and the finale is also in the top 10. But one of the debates is in there, and Fading Skies demo is on there as well. What? I don't know what I'm doing, man. Like, I'm just walking around. No plan. The zombie's on 3 ping.
Repulsion device planted. Air jab planted. Ready to go.
Placing cluster charge. Reloading. Cover me.
How did she win that? How did she take 0 damage? That's Rook on that ping. The zombie's across the room from me. Oh yeah.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
I'm a menace on the drones this game. That's about it though.
And it's open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride finish.
What?
That is Eminem, buddy. Your favorite.
Fuck it. You see, big girl.
Yeah. Me and Nate D-O-double-G looking for a couple
Friendly drone
bitches with some
deployed.
double
Op 4
D's.
is reinforcing
Popping
its
champagne
location.
and some bubbly.
Hey, yo, that's fire right there.
Dude, it's a banging track.
can't get that nowadays.
That is the classic. Shake that ass for me.
10 seconds to go.
Why are you reading it like Shakespeare?
To meme.
5 seconds to go.
Beautiful.
No, I'm reading it like a normal rapper.
Proceed to bomb's
would.
location.
Eminem,
Oh, yeah.
bro. Clearly on another level.
I should have
Eminem-
taken
I don't like him.
version.
I don't like him as much as Josh does, though.
Changing mags!
So true, bestie.
Shotgun going live.
Drone
Gorgeous.
deployed.
Bam.
Ross is on the filing cabinet, Sledge. But fucking, what do you want from me, you fucking dirty cunt? What is that? That's the second time someone's just been laying on the floor and the bullets, they're immune to them. That was awesome.
No longer in possession.
I got to watch that in real time. Someone is on the foosball table.
Down to 1 friendly.
Yep. It said Doc is on the foosball table. That 3 ping is where Doc is. I think he's on the room across the hall from you. Let's say he may push that front door, he may push this one. Rough spot. Yep, he's in that corner. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You've turned her against me, Obi-Wan. Did you set him down?
I shot that one bullet hoping they would make a move. I gotta quit though. It's fucking pushing 3 and I got a whole nother 2 days of house shit.
Nah.
I mean, I'll stay up if you want to come build some front porch furniture.
That is so tempting. Like, truly, I would.
It's only 3 chairs and a couch and 3 mini tables.
Where's my swinging chair?
Where's my
I will get, as a matter of fact, I will get the swinging chairs. I just gotta drive up to
The Amish?
the Amish country.
Yeah, yeah.
You've heard of the Amish. With hits such as whatever that one bed was that you named off the rip that one time.
What?
The bed that the not yet married people lay on.
I thought that was just a bed.
Chase one time when we were all fucking hanging out and talking
yeah.
dropped the name of the bed like in casual conversation. I believe that's what kickstarted that and the wedding ceremony thing kickstarted Chase being like Methuselah. Because I was like, what the fuck is that? How do you know what that is? Why do you have that ready to go?
No, you mentioning that, just out of curiosity, because me and my friend had a bickering about this.
A bickering, god dang.
A bickering, I know.
It's getting mighty British in here.
We had a bit of a come apart.
Oh, it's a bundling bed, tearing bed.
And you just knew that?
He dropped it raw. It was awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called, but it's before you get married, you put a divider in between you and the bed, and you can bundle so you can talk to each other.
A body pillow. That's all I'm hearing.
Basically, you're engaged,
body
but
pillow.
It's just
you're
a
not
body
married
pillow.
yet.
No. So what do you call the thing that if you're making pasta? Okay. You're making pasta. the
She's got a
pasta's in the
fucking
water.
joke coming here.
No, I swear I don't. I swear I don't. This is me and my friend legitimately almost got talking about this. You've got a pot full of pasta. You go over and put it in this piece of equipment. You drain out the water and keep the pasta. What do you call that?
Strainer.
Colander.
Oh, fuck you, Josh. That is Chase. You're right. Chase, you are right. It is a strainer.
We're both right. I guess it might not specifically be a colander.
You are right. Look, it's like from a logical
That wasn't very hard.
No, it's
You
I
flipped
agree.
immediately.
Well, the thing is you are right. Technically, you are right. It's logically right, morally wrong.
Oh, wow.
Strainers are meant for food items, while colanders are typically for. So colanders are typically bowl-shaped with larger holes, where strainers are more fine and have smaller holes.
Colanders are like bowls with less
however,
Flex Seal in them.
Bella,
Mm-hmm.
colanders are typically the ones used for pasta and vegetables, whereas strainers are used for flour and smaller food items.
Okay,
Flour.
but here's the thing. I'm not about to look someone in the eye and say, "Hey, can you grab the cauliflower right there so that I can dunk my pasta water out?" Like I'm just gonna be
Can
like,
you
"Let me
grab the
normal-"
cauliflower? Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
It's pretty funny.
There's a joke. No, it's who the fuck is saying
Yeah.
that? In
Well, I'll put it this way. The only thing I know about the word colander is fucking Amy and then fucking Josh on video nearly passing out. So he did the video for Flex Tape and Flex Seal,
yeah.
and he seals a colander, the holes in the colander, and he's like, "Bill, that's a colander." He goes, "You've essentially made a bowl," and my wife thinks that's the funniest fucking thing. She cried for a long time. You make me angry, Phil.
Ooh, you make me angry, Phil.
It's a good video.
I just
I miss
everybody's
John Jafari.
right. What the fuck you just saw?
His name is John Jafari. Last name.
Oh. It's just I'm not about to ask someone to grab the fucking colander. It feels extra. It's a strainer. It strains water out. Me and her legitimately almost had an argument over this. She was in my kitchen, coming to my kitchen, call my strainer a colander.
Call my strainer a colander. The indignity of it all.
That's what I'm saying. She comes in there, and I say, "Can you grab that?" No, actually, she said, "Can you grab the colander?" And I said, "The what?" She's like, "Grab the colander." And I'm like, "I don't fucking have that. What are you talking about?"
I don't have that.
I was like, "I don't have whatever you were saying." And she's like, "The thing that drains the water." And I'm like, "A strainer?" And she's like, "A colander?" And that was the time I almost had to kill a man. It was a little rough.
We almost lost a good one.
We almost lost a good one. I mean, almost a good one. I didn't say fucking colander.
Yeah, up until
No,
the
when
whole
you
colander incident.
Yeah, the great colander. No, when you said that, I was like, you know what? Let me get some opinions out here.
I feel like I could just as easily in casual conversation call it a strainer.
It's just like it gets the point across. I mean, you see what
When I'm
it's
in, like,
straining.
Yeah, when I'm in quick play conversation, I might do it, but if it's ranked conversation, you're getting a colander.
If I'm in the kitchen whipping it up 5-star chef style, I'll call it a colander.
Here you go.
If you are my 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and we making some cheap ass pasta, it's a strainer. Know your place. That's what it is. Know the time and place. We ain't cooking fancy enough for it to be a Hollander. It's about sending a message.
Me and Alyssa watched that, yesterday, I suppose. The Dark Knight. She had never seen anything Batman related. And we had tried to watch Batman Begins, but she works too hard, so she fell asleep during that. But she's a big fucking Heath Ledger guy. And I was like, it's literally ridiculous that you haven't seen this movie if you like Heath Ledger. Like, it doesn't make sense. Which is funny because as a big Heath Ledger fan, she was like, it's great. Like, she was like, she had that experience with him as the Joker. Where she was like, oh fuck, like, that doesn't sound like him. Like, that doesn't look like him. I mean, obviously, it kind of like, I mean, it's the motherfucker, but at the same time, like, he's so fucking different in that movie. She was like pointing out the lines that he was saying that actually sounded like him, as opposed to sounding like just a whole nother fella. Which is interesting because I don't know who the fuck Heath Ledger was when I watched The Dark Knight.
Damn. Is she gonna give it another try? On a day off?
She fell asleep during the first one. She did not fall asleep during the second one.
Oh, okay.
The Dark Knight would be a fucking tough movie to fall asleep in because there's just shit happening constantly. Like,
I mean, if you're tired enough, anything is possible.
It's like a thing with us though, because she's always hustling. So she'll be like, "We need to hang out." I'll be like, "Okay, let's hang out."
You're
she'll
still
like
around.
be asleep for the whole thing. And I
I've
was
told
like, "Did you
you
just
why I
want
defaulted
to, like,
on the contract.
sleep
Not too
near
much
me?"
else to be
Like,
said about it. Do what you
I'm
must.
just sitting here scrolling on my phone.
I heard that someone broke. You found it, huh? Good work, I guess. Well, take it back. Thanks. I'm not trying to shirk my duty. Whatever.
Whatever.
Have mercy. Just one coin. I'm only asking.
Nermus the Mooch is a
Blessings of the
filthy
shadow
name to
upon
give
me.
a beggar.
Get a move on. Why are you talking to me? So, I assume you've got the journal. He didn't. This doesn't sit well with me. Back for more work, are you? Good. Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local town. You're looking for Relian, Vantus Prelius, and Dubak Groshog. I haven't had any trouble. I'll be waiting.
Love the names for the fucking orcs and Elder Scrolls games. Dubak Groshagok. Hell yeah, that's such an orc name.
Dubak. Is 2 fucking 4. I gotta fucking go.
Nah, you ain't gotta do anything.
You say you gotta cook tomorrow?
Oh, I've got tomorrow. So I've got both bedrooms done. I have the bathroom done, other than having to fucking do that extra fucking painting. I have a small front closet touch up. Won't take 15 minutes, no big deal. Then everything moves.
Never liked you,
to
Redguard.
the laundry
Never
room,
will.
Which is, I have 3 lines of spackle. 3
Leave
lines
here
of
now,
touch-up. I have
Redguard.
a huge room of baseboard in there.
You've
too.
always been too smart for your own good.
What do you want?
hour, 2 hours tops, maybe.
Sharabi runs a good
The shelves, a patch of wall
No
in the
trouble
kitchen,
here.
paint over
No
the
nothing
wall,
here.
The hole.
No fun, no work.
But the thing is,
Haven't
painting
you
over the
heard of
wall,
him?
the hole,
Former
can I do
soldiers
that
sent
if
down
the
into
paint
the
is
swamps to
fucking
take
wrong
some
color?
terror. Yes.
All right, fuck you,
Shove
can,
off.
which means I have to go get
I should have
another
stayed in
damn
Hammerfell.
fucking bucket of paint.
I'll show you what.
You'll keep
Pray
your
before
nose
I
out of
fucked
this.
up.
Trouble, you're damn right. But it's not. Mercenaries
Which,
is
I mean,
what
since
they
it's
are.
such a small square, I'll just get a sample.
You can
Mind
put
your
that
own business.
fancy soap.
It's not wise to eat.
Then I'll paint over
I
the
don't
little
think so.
area, and then
I'll
I've
tell you
done
what,
it there,
that's
and
been
then
the state of...
only other thing
I
I've
spit
gotta
on
do is
them.
build all
Mercenaries
that
sent by the
torch
Emperor to
thing.
reclaim territory in Black. They've been undercutting us on contracts ever since. Oh? We must? Report us.
And then
Oh, no.
bring everything in my
A
house back to
brilliant
normal status
idea.
before I go
Oh.
back to work on Monday.
Jobs would be great. I'd buy my armor. Much obliged, my friend.
I should have stayed in Hammerfell.
Imagine having to work on a Monday. Crazy.
Imagine.
Your fighters'
Um,
jobs around here? What?
one day you ought to teach me how to build a house.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, don't make me
you how to
laugh.
build a house.
Good one. Please, I'm embarrassed. Please, I'm ill. Yeah, I get it. What a wonderful is told. Really? Now you're such a not. Oh, what
Sounds like
a
a pretty good
wonderful
house, I don't know.
compliment.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah, I get it. Good
I
one.
wanna see who
Goodness.
came over when
What
it was
can
at
I?
its
All right,
roots.
I
Feel pretty good about
jobs for the Fighters
it
Guild.
like absolute total ass.
So much dirt, and so we all
And now
love
it doesn't
Count
look
Mart,
total ass.
and now his new wife, so beautiful, and so she knows just how the. But listen to me. Make them leave now.
You don't.
that. Which I'd be happy in a dump myself. If I owned it. It'd be a whole nother level.
I remember when I moved in here and I was like, I'm determined to make this place look nice. And me and Amy lived out of the living room with all of our shit for about a month. Until we got the master bedroom completely done. We worked around the house. And I want to say that during that time
Well
frame
met,
was when my
adventurer.
bodily
A
anxiety
moment
was
of your
at
time,
its
if you...
peak.
Perhaps you'll be able to...
Damn, were you around?
I
when
guess
was
Rosentia
telling,
Galenus
people
got rid
about
of-
where my anxiety was so high that I would stop breathing when my body tried to sleep.
When was this?
Damn.
This was, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. So we had moved in. We had done the one
I
bedroom.
think I remember something like this.
Yeah, we had done the one bedroom. This is all of this occurred. So we basically had the one bedroom done. We were working our way into the living room. There was a lot going on. I had also left Hibbit to take the office dental job that basically fell on its face. So I was essentially unemployed for a small period
There's
of
nothing
time.
new I can tell you about...
We weren't going
A small
any debt.
group
We were
of
still
skooma
making money.
dealers. I've been trying to
But I
catch
went through, like, a
Lenovo.
small window of unemployment.
Don't turn your
But
back.
going into that job and
So?
leaving that job, and plus all the
Be
other shit, and
vigilant.
then
Lenovo is a...
I don't know what it was, because like that was before I started my workout phase, where like I basically regained my control on my mental. My anxiety was so bad. It was so bad that whenever I would go to sleep, I couldn't sleep. So I would end up basically falling asleep or trying to fall asleep at the hours of between like 6 and 9 a.m. Now, Amy would come home at like 7:30, 8, 9 a.m. And she would usually catch me like wide-eyed and black-eyed. And I couldn't sleep till she got home. Because if I fell asleep before then, my body,
It's you.
I couldn't breathe. Like,
Hi.
it would just lock up. I would wake up gasping. And then
Go
my
ahead.
legs would just shake
Please.
the rest of the morning.
I
couldn't stop
suppose
them. They
I've
would
got
just
something
shake.
I could use the guild's help
intensely.
with. They're tough to get, but I prefer. Well, I'm
that
not sure
happen
about you
before.
either.
That is the
Tell you
most,
what,
that,
if you
that is
bring
the
me
most
back
severe
5,
anxiety I've
come
ever
back
had in
with-
my entire life.
be seeing you.
And the shaking and the been unable to breathe. That happened for about 10 days before I finally was able to like mentally get over it. But that was the one where I told y'all that I told Snooty Fiddle because he couldn't believe it. I watched all 6 seasons of Peaky Blinders in a week because I couldn't sleep.
You're just having something to do.
Yep. I lay down, I just watched TV, and Amy would come home and I'd be sitting in bed and she'd look at me and I'd just be black eyed and she'd be like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, can't sleep." And then like she would get there and it would get to the point where I was so physically exhausted, my body just gave up and I felt I would fall over asleep.
Be honest, Chief, that sounds awful.
It was, dude. That was a rough week. It was bad, and like the weekend when she left was when it was the worst. Because like it was weird. There was like a small comfort because there was another person in the home during the week. But that weekend, oh my god, those 3 days, I literally thought I'm dead.
So, and this was because you just like got the house? Is that where it was stemming from?
No, because we had already had the house for a while. Like our house payments are not bad. Like we had no debt problems, no nothing.
Right.
But Amy and me both had worked consistent positions. Well, I left my consistent position because I got hired to run a dental office. This is right before Planet Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And the money was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Cool, you're going to train in Enterprise, Alabama this following week." Perfect, cool. I get up that morning, and they call off the travel because they went bankrupt.
Oh.
Looks like you're
Wow.
So I had no job.
So the stress of like instability at the time?
Sure. Because like my original position was done giving up, so I couldn't go back. So I had to take what I had from my Hibbett experience to apply to the next one. So nothing was readily available.
Have you found
right away. So I took what I had, and I
I'm sure there's an abundance of exotic.
I
Well,
had a job
you
opportunity
tell
to
your
work
men
through
I'll pay
an
them.
insurance agency.
Knowledge
as,
is the key to success in any endeavor.
I basically ran all their prospect accounts and updated based on what people wanted or needed and followed up with what information anyway. So I went into the training for that, but to do that you have to be certified. And during the certification process, Toby called me from PF and was like, "Yo, dude," he's like, "you should take over Florence." And I was like, "Cool," and that's what happened. And then I trained at y'all's club.
More beer, sweet cakes.
I've told you what we
Back when
find ingredients from our
Rachel
guards.
ran it.
My men and I should be able to.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone before.
Rachel ran it, and Florence didn't have a GM because Savannah was doing drugs out of the office.
So real. That's a
Rachel
girl
was-
boss moment.
And Rachel was never going to work, so I was like, "Damn, everyone here sucks."
All right, time to be the new manager. Got this in the bag.
Take it over.
I'll just tell everybody to do whatever they want.
You're
Let's
hard
see
to
how
redeem.
long. You're hard.
You'll actually see me on your shifts
Go
next
ahead,
week, just because Emma's on vacation next week, so I'll be
Hi
working
there.
mids.
You know,
I'm looking for a
mid.
The Blackwood
I-
Company is. Never mind.
I wasn't trying to
lived
be
in the
like a
Imperial
stalker,
Ci-
but I was looking at the schedule.
I don't have anything for you
'Cause
right
I
now.
saw where you
Or-
were off this week, of course.
or
and I was like,
perhaps
okay.
You've done
And then
well.
I looked at the next one,
because
and I didn't see Emma anywhere.
I don't-
Because I was
or-
just trying to see who
Just
else
not
I
having
was
the
working with.
stables now offered to
And I was
protect-
like, is she also going on vacation?
Yeah, we planned ours back to back. It just happened that way.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's what's even funnier when you look at the week after Emma goes on vacation, Lane goes on vacation. The week after that, Braden goes.
Oh
we literally
my
just
gosh.
we literally just like four-angled managers.
See, the
But-
shameful part is gonna be I'm gonna have to get like a rundown. It's like I know, obviously I know how like everything works and stuff, but it's like I gotta learn the track of the walk around.
Quickly
you know?
now.
Like, there's a path, there's a way. I gotta.
Don't worry.
The track of the walk around.
There is.
That's so real.
There,
Have mercy.
there is a system and I'm leaving my system to this new system, so I'm gonna have to be like, hey, can I get a walk around? And it's like, didn't you
What
work
if
over
they
there for
what
a
if
few years?
what if they bully you? What if they bully you for your walk around route?
I think I'll just Chase gonna have to clean up some brains, I guess.
Well, one difference between us and y'all's is our card is right by the desk, so you don't have to like walk to all the way to the back, grab it, then walk all the way up to the front.
I've noticed that, and I genuinely love that so much.
So you literally grab it and you basically make a circle around the whole area, and then on the way back you swing into the black card spot.
I've got another contract.
Pop in there, and that's it.
They charged me 5
See,
gold.
I've been trying to like secretly recruit people.
Ever since Ulrich Leyland took over the
I
the
feel like-
guards have
like,
imposed
they're-
new
it's like, I'm not
ridiculously.
even trying to
If you can't
benefit
pay the
anybody, it's
fine, they can
for
take your.
myself.
If you're interested,
Being selfish.
go talk.
I'll have regulars
It's from
come in,
Vienna
and it's
Amelian
like,
at the
yeah,
Water's
well,
Edge
and
settlement.
they're like, no, where are you going?
You'll
I'm like,
find
"Go
her at
over
the-
here.
Haul
You
your
wanna go over
carcass to
there?"
that
And they're like,
settlement, meat.
You know what? I might. And I'm like, you should. You should.
Yeah, bring those transfers in. Give me the EFT.
Yeah, no.
I've been actually. It's
it's
so
amazing.
funny. I've been so strict with the classic members at Muscle Shoals. I'm
Yeah,
like, hey,
I-
I see you checking here 70% more often. Let's just go ahead and make you a member here to cause less issues. And they're like, yeah, sounds great. Perfect.
I did feel bad for a while whenever we said, like, because I know for a while we were saying, like, yeah, if you have the classic, you can still go over to Florence.
Well, we did that back in the
Yeah.
day because we had so many
Hello,
classic
you seem
flipovers
far too
that
nice to be one of.
Michael and
Oh,
me were like, cool,
please,
we'll be
don't
really cool
even
with the
get
classic
what
members,
in
but
Oblivion
listen,
is
if you're going
all
to
we're
work out
doing
here,
with all that.
you
Now
need
take my
to
good friend Aldo's offering,
transfer
for
you to make a
example. Have you
deal,
ever
but
gone
we're not
past
going
a
to kick you
guard
out or
barracks?
anything.
When are they?
Especially
Well,
if they were like,
Aldo's
we
couldn't
work in
keep
Florence but live in Muscle Shoals.
the count. He could care
but
less
eventually
about
we were
our
like, nah,
plot.
we're
As
red
look-
screen focused, so we forced
Well,
everybody
there's
to do
one
it.
man who seems to. I
That's
don't know what
like,
you can do
I
for
just
us in
remember
this
being
situation.
told,
You can
like,
find
yeah,
him
we can
roaming
tell
the.
people that, and I'm like, okay.
Poor fellow.
So I just kept telling
You maybe
people
they were
that, I'm gonna be
traveling the
honest.
road from the
Until
Imperials.
one day,
Ever since then,
I
he's
said
been
it in
drunk.
front of Lane.
I don't know where the Count found him.
It was Lane.
Garrus may be
KK,
our
and,
only
I felt their eyes on me the minute the person walked away. Like I gave them the spiel, and they were like, "Oh, that's convenient," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, they did it until I told them not to do it. So
Yeah, that's why I felt bad because I was like, because I turned around, they're like, I was like, wait, why are y'all looking at me like that? And they're like, are we doing that? And KK looked at Lane and he was like, not really anymore. And I'm like, what? Well, y'all didn't stop me. Y'all didn't stop. Y'all watched the whole interaction. And so let that guy figure it out for himself. No, but I felt bad because I was like. I was like, damn, there's so many people probably going over to Florence that got pissed at Florence. And I was like, well, the person over at, MS told me that I could do this. And it's like, yeah, well, you got lied to. Or we did. But now we're no longer, so,
well, the whole
womp
thing was,
womp.
yeah,
Womp
when you have to tell everybody, it's like for fucking, for months, for years, they didn't care about any KPIs except for money. And like, wait a minute, it really matters that you do this guest registry. And it's like, now it really matters that you do this guest registry.
I'm gonna go
and
get
they
me
always
some
join.
black bows.
Now it really matters that the
Tag
Red Screen
along if you
total
like.
is this percentage. Like, I love having explained to Pete that every single week that the billing goes down, and I'm like, buddy, it's not a rolling 4 weeks. I was like, some weeks insurance people sign up, some don't. I don't know what the fuck you want.
Like, you're gonna freak out when I tell you this.
Well, I was
It's
like,
not stable.
I was like, classic silver sneakers, dude. You don't get either one of them. I was like, and you're gonna count that as a negative. Fuck you.
No, freaking whenever they gave out those insurance debit cards, that was
Oh my
awful.
god, it was pretty bad.
The people, I felt bad for them, but then I didn't feel as bad when they went all boomerangery on me. Like I'm the one that could handle it, but they come in, it's like, hey, so there's an issue with your billing, and they're like, well, here's what I'm using, and they show me, and I'm like, well, turns out those got canceled.
Damn.
And they'd either just like be completely chill with it and we figure out something from there, or they'd be like, no. I'd be like, what do you mean by that? And it's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, it is. It actually is. And they're like, no. And like those people, I know they exist. I know y'all have interacted with them, but for some reason, I still am just baffled by like, just no.
I've got some good ones of that.
It cracks me up every time because it's like, you know what? When you put it like that, who am I to deny you? Go on.
I will always remember working at the hotel, running my little restaurant, and someone being like, "Hey, this table has a problem with their food. You need to go talk to them about it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And you know, I go out there. They're sitting there. They've got salads pulled apart in front of them. And I'm like, "Hey, what's wrong with the food?" Thinking in my head, it's a salad. What could have gone wrong here? And they're like, "So, we got our salads, and this isn't lettuce." And I looked at them, and I said, "I'm so sorry. You're right. That isn't like..." Because, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? What do I do? Like, I had no idea what to say to them looking at a plate that's full of lettuce. And just say, "That's not lettuce." I was like, damn, dude.
I'm sorry.
So
You're
true.
right.
Yeah, like, I didn't get a warning. And that's so fucking stupid. I didn't have anything in the tank for it.
Can you help me?
Did they explain? Did they say what they thought
Nope.
it was? Like, was it like a spinach or?
Nope. Nope, they gave me nothing. That's all they said. This isn't lettuce. Fucking... Right? Like, what?
Hello.
What did they even put
you
on
must
here?
be from the Fighters Guild.
So, what course of action?
I'm afraid so. My father
I
had
can't
a
remember
bit
what
of
I
an
did to
issue
solve
with
it.
gambling. I'm afraid he
Because
built
I
up a
like
rather
to
large
imagine,
debt.
just for my own
Gone.
sanity, that it was
Dragged from our
taken
house in
away
the night.
and just given
A
right
great
back,
deal.
made
Over
from
1,000
scratch, and they're just like,
septums.
"This is salad.
My father
this
was
is lettuce. This is what I
They were
want." Was that
buried
so
with my
hard? And it's
grandfather
like,
in the family tomb.
"No, ma'am. Sure wasn't. Here's your iceberg lettuce."
Are you certain?
That's just, this
With
isn't
all the
lettuce.
farms and
It's
I
just one
can't
of
tell
those
you how
things.
I'm so
It's one of those things
grateful.
that's like, it would honestly make me stay up. Like I would be up 2 a.m. What were they saying? Like,
What did
I
they
like
think it
staring at the
was?
ceiling. What did they think it was? Were they saying that it's not salad, like it's something else? Or were they saying it's not salad as in like it's poor quality, so it's not worth being called salad? Like, what
There's
what
a few
did they
options.
mean? Yeah, like there's
But-
a few courses to take.
We, hell, I also, the other one I remember of, like, having a moment where I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to say to this guy? Because, you know, it's a live music joint that I used to work at. And there was a guy, and he called me over, and luckily the server found out what the problem was beforehand, so I got to stand there and think about, like, what to say. But he was mad that other people were talking while the musician was playing. And, like, the restaurant is full. Like, yeah, people are gonna be talking.
Yeah.
And I remember, so I went over there and I was like, "Hey, I understand you wanted to talk to me," because I was honestly still kind of trying to buy myself time, because I was like, what is the answer I can give this man that isn't, well, fucking duh, they're gonna talk. And he was like, "You know, I'm from Georgia." And I was like, good start. I didn't expect that to get you.
I've seen a peach or two, bro.
Yeah, it's like, I'm from Georgia. It's like, so you're fucking poor? I don't know. He's like, I'm from Georgia, and where I'm from, the restaurants I go to, if people talk while the musician's playing, they throw them out. And I can't stress enough, this is a full bar. And it's like, if you fucking want me to throw out just fucking everybody, like all the people, like, this is a business, like, we sell things here, dude.
And it's like, it sounds like you're going to a concert, man.
Well, yeah, I was just sitting there, I was like, well, sir, like, you know, we don't, you know, monitor people's behavior here in that capacity. Like, they're definitely allowed to talk.
A bar is a social endeavor, sir.
And I talked to him, and he's like, so you're not going to do anything about it? I was like, well, sir, they're allowed to speak if they want to. Like, you know, we don't It's not a requirement here. Like, the music is just kind of a feature. And I remember I walked away, and the server came back and told me, and she was like, yeah, he said you were a fucking dick. And I was like, what? Off of what? At what point was I a quote, fucking dick?
I think it's who's going to a restaurant or a bar. A bar would be funnier to say, just to be quiet the whole time.
Yeah, we're in a bar with alcohol. They serve beverages of an alcoholic persuasion here. Nobody talk. Like, I don't, that's not.
Yeah, that's not a thing. I need to know where this man is going because
Yeah,
it
his
lame as hell.
Yeah, his scary silent bar that he goes to.
I would not want to be anywhere that was just a silent. No, that'd be some like.
Oh, dude, if you went to a silent bar where nobody was talking, that would be a story you would tell people forever. You'd be like, dude, we walked into this bar, and it was just full of, but nobody was speaking, and everybody just looked at us as we walked in, and we left after we got one drink because we got scared that we were gonna get killed.
Uncanny Valley, that's what I was thinking of. Instead of like the looks, it's just the environment would be very off.
Yeah, people got really long faces.
It was mute night. First person to make a noise has to pay for everyone's drink in there.
There you go.
No,
no, we're keep chaining. I gotta go. Goodbye.
We keep chaining. Have a good one.
Oh.
Restaurant was always a trip. The staff likes to hear my restaurant stories.
I was talking whenever Chase was here. I was talking to him about. Yeah, I knew Josh was a cool guy. I was like, yeah, he's pretty cool. I get along with him. But what really set it for me, what really made me go, this dude is amazing. Because when you showed me the Swamper's binder of secrets.
Oh yeah.
You're like, here, take a look, see, and I'm like, no fucking way. Can I like scan this? And you're like, yeah. You know, it's just like, you know what? You're all right, man.
This guy, he's pretty cool.
This guy, he made it.
He gets it.
I just that for some reason that really said it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, he gets a pass. He gets a pass.
I wonder. I said I wonder. That wasn't where I was going with that sentence. Because my girlfriend still works at the place, the hotel anyway. She doesn't work at the restaurant. She does sometimes, but that's not her primary location that she works at. But the new assistant manager, I guess, has told her. She was like, I don't know who Josh is, but I use all of his stuff. She was apparently they have a folder that they pass around for their work that is just all the stuff that I made while I was there.
So your spirit is still living on in that hotel.
Well, that is kind of the funny thing, is that spirit is a strong term, because like if you asked most of the managers in that building what I did at the hotel, this is something I used to say. And I'd be like, if you went up to 99% of the managers in this building and you asked them, what does Josh do? They would have no idea.
Really?
Yeah. But if you asked the 1% that do know what I did, they would tell you that I am the support beam holding up this entire restaurant, because all the stuff I did, the stuff I did was everything under the hood. So like all the functional, like, you know, just coming in, clocking in, and, you know, your time gets tracked. Coming in and ringing up food items like that, like all of that under the hood, like framework stuff, that was all I did.
Good day.
It's the stuff that really isn't noticed until it's like gone or done poorly.
Dude, I rebuilt the computer system 4 times.
No.
Because
I guess was
every time they would do these massive changes.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
And then they wouldn't do them to like everything. So like they'd be like, oh, we need to get this fixed and we need to do it like right now. I mean, I can do it right now. But then it's like, okay, we're gonna update room service, and they were like, don't worry about that right now. We gotta worry about, gotta worry about this stuff. And then sure enough, a few months pass, and they're like, we need to update room service. And I'm like, man, that's crazy.
I was about to say, did they just come to you like very oh hey, like we really need to update room service. I wonder if there's anyone that can do it.
Well, that's the thing,
knowing
is that
basically that you could.
That's
the funny thing about the place is that there's theoretically other people that could have done it.
Yeah.
But
That's a fair. You got
the thing is, nobody else would ever do it, because when I'm talking about, like, when it comes to updating the computer
more than
system,
I'd usually pay.
the number I remember is room service, and I sent over 1,500 changes to the computer system to support over the course of a week. And it's like,
Come back and
could someone do it theoretically? Sure, but
only
like, no one's
quality
gonna sit
goods
down
for
at a
sale
computer
here. What can I interest you in?
and fill out literally 1,500 line items
Good day.
by hand. Like, this wasn't existing in a system already. Like, I made the system.
Yeah, screw that. Kudos to you.
Yeah, that's just one of those things where it's like, there's, I don't, if it's a body, I'm not the muscles, I'm not the circular, like, I'm the skeleton when I was over there. Like, you could do stuff because I had the framework for it put together.
Do you know, like, what happened? Especially since your girlfriend works there, kind of like still have a little inside info. Do you know what happened after you left? After the support beam was yanked?
Well, no, I when I put my 2 weeks in, I put together like a massive list of like everything I needed to do to make the place still run after I left.
Oh, and that's the spirit.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like, one of the things I did there is I booked the music by the time I had left. So I put together like 130 person list of musicians, how to contact them, like their emails and phone numbers, and then how to, or like my commentary on them, so to speak. Like, this person, if they get a better job, they're going to tell you that they can't come in, so don't book them, or, this person rocks and they're good for a call-in and shit like that. I updated the computer system one more time before I left. I updated the cocktail book before I left. I've, handed off all my responsibilities to different people so that it wasn't someone getting like 150 things thrown at them at once. It was like, this person has like 2 things that extra they do now.
I enjoy the idea of like you going back, not like working, but like going back years later and saying that you were still in the hotel. Like your name is still being passed around like generations to come type of ordeal.
The only thing I can really see that would be like that is actually that cocktail book, because every bartender that left and a lot of the servers that left while I was there, that was the one thing they asked for. They would be like, can you print me off a copy of the cocktail book? So there's no telling how many people have seen that recipe book now.
I know that I do not have the taste buds for it, but the temptation to go like get a drink just to see, like this would be like if I had great like immaculate like memory to taste bud connection. Go taste a drink, just go order one and be like, are they still following my shit? Are they still keeping up with what I wrote down? You take a swig of it and you're like, no, that's too strong. Or you take a swig of it and it's like, okay, they still got my book back there. They're still doing everything right back there.
Well,
that's what we.
There's a decent chance they are, because I still know all the bartenders that are there. And they got trained off of that book. So until they go to a different bar, they don't know to make it any other way.
I forget that definitely made friends while you were there. Like, it's not only a girlfriend that you have like inside connections with.
Oh yeah, I've
Where
got
you're like, yeah, like you can still tell like what's being.
I've got good relationships with a lot of restaurant folks in the area, but you know, there's more restaurant folks than you can count in the area, so I don't know how precisely relevant it is. But you never know. Maybe I'll find my way back to restaurants at some point. Fucking 3 or 4 people have asked me if they opened a restaurant if I would manage it, and I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, if I believe in it, you know, I'm down. But
If it looks like it'll support me, then yeah. If not,
me and Chase have talked about doing a restaurant before. Me and my girlfriend wants to do a restaurant. A friend of mine, well, I mean, she wants to. I'm neutral. I have a friend named Olivia. She wants to do a restaurant. She's like, would you manage it if I did it? And I'd be like, I could try. Everybody wants to do the homegrown thing nowadays, though.
what like just local?
Local and growing your own ingredients and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so here's the thing about that is like, it sounds great. A fresh produce, fresh ingredients being used in your food. Like, I love that. Realistically though, it's like, especially if you're growing them, you're not getting them from somewhere, like you're growing them yourself. That's gotta be like gonna be very difficult.
Oh yeah, especially to, you know, what if you fuck around and have a really successful restaurant?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a decent possibility you're just not going to be able to maintain that kind of output.
My grandmother actually had a restaurant open a few years ago around here, and it was good. Like, of course, I'm probably a little biased. Granddaughter, I automatically like her food, but other people said they liked her food. But here's the thing: is that one woman would come like every other day and order food. And my grandmother, she was struggling a little bit. She ended up having to close down the restaurant. But the woman said, so here's the problem. Because she was just straight up with her. She said, your food is amazing. It tastes great. You make it clear that you use fresh ingredients too. But she had to pay like extra for local fresh, and so she had to tighten the price of the food, and people couldn't pay that price, or at least regularly. So it was like, this place was like almost like a treat, because nobody could pay so much. I can't remember the exact price, but it was like, it was a high amount for like a chicken tender plate. Now, were they homemade with your own breading and fresh ingredients? Yeah, and they were delicious. But she had to hike up the price to match what she was buying, which ended up actually driving the business into the ground because it didn't have enough below. So that's, and I know the homegrown, it's like they grow it themselves, but it's hard. Basically, that's what it is. It would be very hard, and you'd have to play your cards right. That's pretty much what I'm imagining.
Yeah, I mean, it is harder to like keep your costs low when you're not big. Because when you're big, you know, you've got your distributors and you got all that stuff, and you get better relationships with them because you spend so much money with them. But you know, if you're just you know some dude,
yeah, it's like when
yeah, if it's a shortage or something like that, and you know they got to pick who they're sending their product to. If you're a low man on the totem pole, then I mean you're just not getting your delivery.
Was there a specific area that she was wanting to get into? I guess I keep wanting to say genre, but I mean like southern.
Yeah, it's your mom and them food.
Yeah. Okay, I'm supporting it. I don't need any other information. I support it. If my one like thing the only restaurant that I'm against, and it's just around here, it's not the food in general, it's just around here, is another fucking Mexican restaurant. We do not need, we have like 7 of the, and that's being generous, we have like 7 of them
It's funny
in
you
a
mention that.
30-minute radius.
I mentioned that to Alyssa the other day.
What, how many Mexican food restaurants we got?
You love your Shy Leviathan. I love your little yokel purple guy. Former puppet looking thing. What's it supposed to be? It's a sock puppet / sackboy possum. That's what it is. If you see the person I am good to be in the previous chat, that is actually the artist that made it. They are on Fiverr. I would recommend them. Yep, this little southern possum boy. He rocks. I love him. It is cute. Thank you. I fucking love this little guy. Yeah, restaurant's one thing, especially if you start, trying to serve alcohol with it. That's a whole nother beast. Now you're talking about serve safe certifications, you're looking at liquor licenses and dram shop laws and all sorts of stuff.
I had talked to Chase about this. Chase and Carly. But what I desperately want, like, jokes aside, but I also know it's never gonna happen, honestly. Unless there's just, I miraculously come into a bunch of money that I feel comfortable wasting. And even then, it's still a lot of work. Anyways, I want to open a retro. Like, I want the actual arcade machine. And I don't want it, like, because it just sounds I don't want, it could maybe be a mix of, like, Dave and Buster's machines, too. But really, I would just want to keep it to the old retro arcade machines, and then a bar area nearby. This is where copyright would get my ass, so I have to stay on the down low.
Copyright?
Copyright? I think that's what it trademarked copyright. Basically, me using names that I definitely not have. So, like,
oh, dude.
You could order the fire plant. And it's just like Fireball mixed with something. It's like, you could order regular drinks, of course, but we'd have a menu that would be, like, it would be different video games. And it'd be those themed drinks. Like, I wanted one called the Energy Sword from Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And what would be in it? I don't fucking know. It just sounds cool. I figure out the logic later on, or I figure out like the recipes and stuff. But it would be so sick. See, this is getting too into it, but it'd be so cool if I could find like the dice mold of the Energy Sword, and that's what would be in the cup with your alcohol. That'd be sick. I wouldn't do it. That's too much, but it'd be nice. But no, like a little bar area with video game themed drinks, and then you can go drink while you're playing retro arcade games. Like, that's all. Like, I know I'm definitely not the first person to think of that, but I've been to one place that's like an hour and a half away that is like exactly that, but it's just a bar. I want to make that closer to us, though, so I don't have to drive an hour and a half out to play some good arcade games.
I mean, I think that's doable, and I feel like arcade cabinets have to get cheaper as time goes by, right?
You would think so, but it's like it's actually kind of harder to find them, and people knock that price up. The thing is like you could go cheap and get those player, what is it? Is it one Level Up or something like that? It's like a brand. It's a brand, and they do sell the old arcade machines. Like, it's not them. They're remade, but it's like a let me see. Is it Level Up?
Refurbished.
No, it's like it's like they just recreated it. Like they made the machines again, so it's not the original. I would love the originals, but it's also that would take a lot of hunting down and then
It's all over again.
Yeah, it's like it'd be nice. It'd be one of those things where it's like, fine, hiding but as for like the beginning, I would just kind of have whatever. I mean, Arcade 1-Up, that's what it's called. Arcade 1-Up, and they sold them at Walmart for a while.
Oh wow.
And you could just go get yourself a little arcade machine. But that's what I want. The only thing is like building one around here. I feel like it wouldn't get the traction that it would need. Also, the one issue, I would definitely have to hire someone for this, is mixing precious equipment with drunk people is going to be awful. It's awful.
God damn you!
I have to be like, I'll pay you to stop that wrecking my machine just because you can't handle it. I don't know. Few fireball shots.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
know.
what makes me.
You could get bouncers. You can also have a drink limit. You know.
That's true.
Some places just do it that way.
Yeah, and that's like, I know some places it's like they'll see, like the bartenders will kind of like watch the person, kind of tell. Some people will just do a drink limit, and it's like I just feel bad for like the because I know everybody's different. So you get 2 people there. One person is already feeling pretty good off just like a couple beers. Yeah, pretty good. And then one person drinks like 4 and is unfazed. And it's like I feel bad for a dude who's just completely unfazed and has reached his drink limit, while Buddy Boy over here hasn't even reached like half of the limit, and he's toasted. He's gone. Brother has left this realm. So I'd probably do like a bartender at your discretion type of thing.
It's common.
But, yeah.
You also have you know, because in this state is a dram shop state.
Yeah.
Which means basically, you know, if you're serving somebody and they're like throwing $50 bills every drink you give them, just as an extreme example. So you get them super drunk because they're giving you a ton of money. That guy gets in his car and kills somebody with it. They can charge you for the exact same crime that they charged the guy that actually got in the car. So like when I was bartending, I took it extremely seriously because I was like, I'm about to fuck up my whole life because you wanted to have some drinks and then got in a car without telling anybody. So a lot of times, you know, someone's sitting there and they're getting too lit or they're drinking too fast, and I'm nervous about it. I just wouldn't serve them again until they drank a whole glass of water.
A whole glass of water.
Or I'd, you know, be like, oh, I'll serve you if you know, order something to, you know, get an appetizer or something, eat that shit. That's really all you have to do, because even if that guy did get in his car and, you know, kill himself or... Go ahead.
How are you supposed to stop them in the end? I mean, other than like stop serving them drinks, of course, but it's like stop them from leaving, I guess.
Stop him from leaving?
Yeah, like you see that this man is intoxicated. Even if he stopped ordering drinks and then he's heading out, keys in the hand and everything. Just
Well, if I recall correctly, thankfully I never ended up in that situation where someone was just unwilling to, you know, like was resisting the notion of like, hey man, you know, chill your ass out. Yeah. But I believe you are supposed to try to stop them from getting in the vehicle. Like you call the police and then you try and stop them. That's what you do if you run into counterfeit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that we actually had a guy come through that was a dram shop lawyer, and he talked to us about it. And he was like, this was not in a class or anything. He was just staying at the hotel and he was talking to us about it. And he was like, yeah, I'm a dram shop lawyer. He was like, and if someone gets drunk and leaves and you didn't know and they just walk out and you weren't like shoveling them drinks or anything, he was like, you're gonna be fine. And he was like, but if we look at what you've done and it's clear that you were intentionally trying to get this guy tore up, whether it's for a tip or whatever, he was like, then we'll literally take everything that you have. What's like, heard? A little intense.
But yeah, I understand.
They did play the first time I took my tips class, which is like a certification sort of training thing for bartending that you have to take every few years in this state. They did play a video the first time I took it of a dram shop lawyer talking about his job, like in front of like a court or something. And he was telling a story about a guy that he was telling a story about a guy that did that and he ended up killing a mom and her kid that were just walking down the side of the road. And he was like, so if you think if you're worried I'm gonna ruin your life because you make one mistake like that, you're right. I'll destroy you utterly. Just like, my goodness. And
that would stress me out.
It's just one of those things that it's like, as long as you're doing the right thing, it's not a problem.
Right.
And all you do, because documenting this stuff also can absolve you from guilt in that situation. Because we had people that were like too drunk, we didn't know where they went. But you just always want to make sure you're taking the right steps. So oh, this person's shit-faced. Did we stop serving them? Did we ask them to start drinking water, X, Y, Z? You can give them a free appetizer, especially if you got like a star is the way that you describe it by a menu item, something that doesn't cost you a lot of money but makes you get money. It was like, we had a spinach dip there that was super super cheap ultimately for what we were selling it for. So it's like, we give you a free spinach dip, like literally free. It's on the house.
Yeah, just get drunk, some free spinach dip. All right.
It's a pretty sweet deal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that some people didn't take it, honestly, because our spinach dip banged. So it's like, you got this for free and you didn't eat it, bro?
That's the thing that I was thinking of. I was like, in a drunken state, I'd be like, dude, for free? Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, this is the best place ever.
Literally, and then you're like, hold on, how much money did I spend on drinks for this to be some free spinach dip?
I spent so much money. They gave me free appetizers. No, dude, it's because you're falling asleep on your fist.
It's like, dude, you don't understand. They gave me free spinach dip. It's like, dog, how much did you spend on drinks?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's,
And we did charge well for the drinks. My Decatur staff, they talk. They're like, one in particular says I was scamming people at the hotel because of how much we charged versus how much it cost us. But that's kind of the magic of it.
Also a hotel.
It is a hotel, yeah.
That is that is who's going to charge extra.
It's interesting, because that place in particular, I didn't even go to I did. That place in particular, a restaurant at a hotel is typically there to offset the cost of the hotel. Mm-hmm. So, you're trying to cut off some of your operating costs by making a small profit on the side of the restaurant. But that restaurant in particular that I ran was more, or rather the food and beverage outlets over there together. There were some months where instead of a hotel with restaurants attached to it, we were actually financially restaurants with a hotel attached to it, which is a cool dynamic. It's like, oh, we're not strictly a hotel because the restaurants are so lucrative that we have like another outlet.
It's like a blend.
Yeah, especially because my restaurant was more local oriented, so it also helped offset because on the slower months if we didn't have groups or things coming through, you could still you could still generate some profit off the restaurants by having events and stuff. This is a bandit with dwarven armor and a glass warhammer. Girl, just sell your weapon. Sell your weapon, buy a house.
Oh shit, you've been playing Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I've been playing Oblivion. Because we've been talking, I've just been walking around and locating, just finding spots on the map.
Yeah, I thought you had been over here playing, still playing Siege.
Oh no, it had been much harder to hear you playing Siege with all the guns and shit. So I have been straight up roaming.
Yeah, but I still have never ate at that restaurant in the hotel.
It's a good one, especially if you got the right music going. Which I looked at the music calendar, and it's interesting how much that has changed as opposed to what it was when I was there booking the music.
Is it like do they kind of got like a different vibe going on? I guess it's genre-ish.
Booking the music there was weird. One of the biggest things I tell people about booking the music over there was that I made a mistake when I took over the music calendar, and that was that's a whole Minotaur. I was thinking that eventually I would know everybody, and that is not the case. This area is. I can't think of a synonym for packed that accurately describes the volume of musicians that come through this area. It's honestly shocking. It's also shocking how they all think they have a killer version of Tennessee whiskey too.
They gotta have one cover that they just absolutely stand by.
Well, most of them were cover artists, but I would try to, especially towards the end, I was making a concerted effort to move in a more songwritery direction.
Like people that actually did their own stuff.
Yeah. But nowadays, and I'm not even, because there's so much shit that goes on over there all the time, so I'm not roasting them, whoever's doing the music calendar, by saying this. But looking at it, I can tell because I got in situations like that sometimes. At least this most recent music calendar, they were definitely just trying to get it out of the way.
They're struggling.
Yeah, because and it is difficult because there's 30-something days a month. They want it 1 or 2 months out in advance, and you've got on most days 2 musicians a day playing every day. So you've got a lot of talking and communicating to do. So when I looked at it, and I was like, oh, Bailey White's got 2 sets. Oh, Christian's got 2 sets. Oh, this person has 2 sets. Oh, this person has 2 sets. They're just trying to fill out the calendar.
So if anybody ever called out, was it just a no music day, or did y'all try and get someone to fill in a spot?
Oh yeah, always try to get someone to fill in a spot. Because one of the big one of the big reasons to go there is because there's always live music. So and that's why you have your people that you that are reliable for a call-in. Which they banned one of the people that I used to have for a call-ins.
What? How do you get banned?
Well, there's all sorts of things that would make somebody. I was the subject of many Facebook posts because of my booking habits. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that's my goal, is to one day be someone's Facebook post.
Oh yeah. It was really funny. One of them said that they felt that they weren't getting sets because of their politics. One person said when I picked favorites, that person genuinely just sucked and I didn't have to argue about it.
Oh, I'd rather have someone think that I pick favorites than to just be like, hey,
Here's the problem. Yeah, you're terrible at this.
you're just terrible.
Oh yeah, the staff came to me the day that those people played and they were like, dude, please don't ever do that again. Because like, they were like, we knew they were bad. And honestly, I knew they were bad if I'm being super clear. But they were just messaging me constantly, all the time. And I was like, fuck it, maybe they sound better in person. And they didn't. But like the staff didn't like them, but more importantly, the customers fucking hated them.
Was it just the music that they hated, or was it like him too?
Oh, it was the music. The person that said I wasn't booking them because of their politics, that person was genuinely disliked for like themselves, not their music. I didn't even enjoy their music that much, but in this area especially, you get a whole lot of the, kind of like I was saying, the Tennessee Whiskies, the modern day Bonnie and Clyde, just that kind of fucking dad country. Not even dad country, like fucking divorced dad country. Which is crazy because, like, not to nerd out or anything, but this area is known for, like, you know, it's got rock and roll ties, but like fame and everything, that's R&B, that's soul music, and I never had anybody like that reach out to me to play.
Everybody got out. They got their they made it and then they got out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I don't know. I wanted more than just the same kind of songs getting played every day, which was part of the reason that I shot for the stars with the songwriter thing, which worked out pretty well.
I really liked how Lava, like the bar downtown, they do a lot of live music, but the thing about them is that they give like every genre a try. And I know the restaurant probably can't do that because they got like I feel like there's like a certain vibe that you would want to, like, they're trying to keep, and then Lava's over here like, hey, you want it, you got it, and so you'll go in and you don't know what's gonna be playing. It could be country, it could be like bluegrass, it could be straight up like metal. It's a whole gamble, and I'm like, you know what? I dig that. I really do like that.
That was the core challenge of booking music there, was the fact that it was like, you know, attached to a hotel. So, you know, there's only so much we could do because people come here because we have beds. But I mean, we still got down anyway. We had some pretty crazy bands. We used to have Jason Isbell come through every now and then. He would play with a group called Iguana Party.
Iguana Party. You know the music's gonna slap when it's got a name like that.
Well, that was so that band used to be the house band for a restaurant that doesn't exist anymore, called La Fonda's. And when the GM of the hotel came down to prospect the area to determine whether or not a hotel needed to be put there, it was them and that band and their guitarist Barry who talked to him, and that conversation that night is what resulted in him deciding that the area was worth putting a hotel there, which is a hell of a story. But basically, they are just a bunch of super old dudes who have been playing music their entire life. And so they get together and all they do is they just play anything because they're all super old musicians. So they just get sit down, they'll be like, and you know, sometimes they just make shit up on the fly and they make like a whole song that rocks. But most of the time, they're playing some song that, well, it's not they're playing some song. They can just play anything. So they'll just get up there and be like, y'all know any Counting Crows? And they'll be like, yeah, we'll figure something out. And they just jam just instantly.
Dude, that's when you, most of the time that's when the good stuff is up.
No, that is the case. The last time that they had Jason with them, I was like, it's getting late, because they always played over their time towards 12 or after. They'd be like, it's getting late, gotta wrap it up. And they'd be like, okay. And I remember they played some crazy fucking song. It was awesome. Everybody was tearing their instruments to pieces. Like they were firing it full. And I pulled out my phone to like if my phone has like the Shazam feature where it'll pick out what the song is and tell you.
Right.
And there was no match. They were making that shit up on the fly. I was like, that's fucking crazy. And it's like, it's not like 4 musicians either. Like I should have started with that. It's like 7 dudes on stage, and they're just figuring it out live.
See, that's the only part that sucks though, is because they could make an absolute banger. And you're like, I would want to listen to this all day. It's like after it's done, it's done. It's like you get that treat right there, and you just, the only thing you're left with is a memory. I think that would kill me.
That was kind of a banger line though. Only thing you're left with is a memory.
The only thing you're left with is a memory. Oh.
Actually, since I get that a lot when I talk about it. But actually, now that you mention it, or now that we're talking about it, they apparently don't do big band nights anymore, which is a fucking crime.
May I interest you in some of my fine
Why?
wares?
I guarantee if it's something about like a volume problem.
That's exactly what it is.
Is it? I fucking knew it.
Which is crazy because when I was leaving, the plan for the restaurant, I mean, they can do whatever they want with it. It's not like I have some fucking ownership in it, but the plan for the restaurant was for it to be, per the GM of the hotel, the plan was for it to be the Rock and Roll Hotel.
You drive a hard, a fine
transaction. That would have been perfect too. That literally would have been perfect.
I have to think something happened because I mean the GM of that hotel has been there forever, like literally since before the building existed, and he because he used to be the CFO for the company, the management company that runs it. So like he took us like the step down.
Goodbye. Please come again.
To run the place because he liked it so much. So I know they must have fucking just boxed the absolute shit out of him to get him to bend on that. But it is still crazy to me that they backed off of it.
I just can't believe they took away. It's like not the fact that they took away like the big bands because of volume issue. Like you know where you are.
I read that was literally exactly what the mentality was going into making it the Rock and Roll Hotel. Is that we were like, well, what about people with noise complaints? And it's like, what did they think was going to happen when they came here? Like that was actually, yeah, that was the plan. Like that was the mindset. He even had a thing where he was saying that like his go-to line when they got noise complaints was to say thank you.
Oh, that's actually perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a whole thing that we were building up to. So I know whatever happened to make it change, I know that he had to have been fucking shredded over it. But it's still a shame.
No, it's just a dream. Damn, that really is a shame. That would have been great. I think that would be such a huge flex too, like every time someone complains, like, hey,
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
That was still. Not to say that I'm right all the time, but I am. I literally When they said that we were renovating, I was like, all I want is doors on the restaurant. I was like, don't matter what else we get, I just want doors. So that when we close, we can physically close. And so that if we have issues with noise complaints, we can close the doors. We get a nice seal on the doors so that, you know, it's not
No noise leak.
Yeah.
Or little noise leak.
Nice thick glass, something like that. Probably couldn't pull off
That's
wooden doors at a restaurant, but or a hotel restaurant rather. But you know, just something that they didn't want to do doors. Also, probably because it's a hotel restaurant, but still.
Yeah, but it's just like it's such a nice hotel, and also that's such a nice restaurant. Like they could have scrounged up some pocket change to invest in some doors. It's got to be pocket change with them.
Well, that's the funny
Maybe-
thing is that the hotel is funded by the retirement systems of Alabama. So and like the money that's from is like literally Wall Street shit. So to say that the money is there is the understatement of the century.
And they can't invest in damn soundproof. Oh, it's like I can understand where they're wanting like the open door, I guess, like or open way. Feel connected, like guests can just walk in there, yada yada, all appealing visually, da da da. But if you want live music, you gotta make some sacrifices. And that's literally all they had to do was add some damn doors.
That was my feeling on it. Just add some doors and never have to worry about noise complaints again, which I also... We had fire doors and shit like that that we could close, but apparently that was a safety hazard. But we had shutters that we could close that there's no way that's a safety hazard because the shutters were just blocking the the tower in the center, like where you check in. So that could have blocked the noise, but they wouldn't lower that on big music nights. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. But there were ideas for it. It just never panned out.
I need every year, like around this time, my family tries to go like stay like 2 nights up there. I mean, mainly it's more like July, like 4th of July, because they do the fireworks around that time anyway.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Oh my god, if you say something about them canceling them.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna do the fireworks anymore.
No fucking way. No, okay, alright. Here's the thing. So they used to, it pisses me off because it's like you're ripping a tradition away. No, so they used to do them on the 4th of July. I mean, like in a day after, you know, like understand.
I suffered through many of those.
Yeah,
July 4th.
People would like sit in the pool and watch them, and I'm like, this is peak. This is just peak. That's it. And then last year, and I think the year before, I just know last year, they're like, yeah, we're not doing it on the 4th of July. We're doing it like, it was like what, a few days after, or a few days before, I forgot which one. That wasn't really the complaint, but I was like, why? Why not 4th of July it up? You know what, I ain't good. A little inconvenient, but okay. So if I hear, if these hoes cancel the fireworks, they will be getting a lengthy complaint from me.
No, I don't think it's something they have the option to like do anymore.
Oh,
They
like
put
it's
it-
out of their control?
Well, they put the pool kitchen down there. So there's a kitchen that cooks the food down there instead of all of it coming from the restaurant. And I think because of that and the patio that they added for extra seating by the pool, I think it's too close to where they did the fireworks.
Yeah.
So I think they actually are not allowed by like the fire marshal to do it anymore.
I mean, hear me out. If they do it anyways, what's the fire marshal gonna do? It's already in the air.
Well, you know, the fire marshal is one of those guys that like you don't hear too much about, except in stories. We'll put it that way.
Oh shit.
It's like, you know, everything's fine. Then the fire marshal gets involved, and if he gets involved, that's the kind of thing that's like, if he closes your doors, they don't get opened again.
Oh. Damn. I really hope there's some kind of loophole, some kind of miraculous save where they still exist, because that was the American dream right there. That is
The
what
American dream.
that is what a third world country is to be, is sitting in a pool with fireworks going off above your head while you're holding a pina colada in one hand. It's like that. That is what America was made for, and they're about to take that away from us.
I assure you, if there's any way they can get it back, they will.
Okay.
'Cause that's
I'm gonna hold out. I'm a hope. I'm a hope and hold.
That's a hell of a loss. Which they were still blocking it off to the public when I left, so that you had to have a hotel room to see it, which that was the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
Was it July 4th? It was some holiday that we did the fireworks for. And we got more fucked than probably I had ever been at that restaurant, which is a fucking achievement, let me tell you. It was amazing to watch, because, you know, we were, you know, the shift started. It was all, you know, we know what we were walking into, so like we were ready to get murdered, and we still got took out. Restaurant started to fill up, cool. Then we just got absolutely slaughtered by pool bar tickets. Like, it just murdered, annihilated. Like, we had a little area for our checks. It's full, and we've got checks sitting on the printer from all the food coming in from the pool bar. And then the restaurant just fills up, just to the gills, it's full. It's like, oh my god, we don't have this anymore. So then we have a crazy wait time because we're getting murdered from 2 different locations. So people start putting in a shit ton of to-go orders, and it's like, oh my god, they found a third way to order food. So now we're getting murdered by to-go boxes and shit like that, until the to-go orders aren't coming out fast anymore. And then we started getting murdered in room service because they were going to their rooms. And it's like, guys, it's all the same kitchen. It's not going to come out any faster if you order it from your room. It's only one restaurant.
I was going to ask how many cooks are having to suffer.
Not enough. And it was genuinely it was one of those situations where it's like, how long until the food's out? Hey, man. If you get it, be happy.
See, did they stop doing room service?
They stopped doing it for a while after COVID.
Because I know, the last time, last year, because I was just curious, in general, because I had remembered, years ago, you had a menu in there, in the little I had all the stuff you could order and the times and all that. And then now it's there's nothing.
Now there's if it's still working the same way it did when I left, which I assume it is, because I don't know who would have rolled this out otherwise, but it's a QR code on the mirror that you scan and it pulls up the menu.
You know, I can't fight you on that because I did not pay attention enough to see if there was one on the mirror. That is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, depending on how big the sticker is, it might be right in my face. But if it's not, if it's one of those Planet Fitness stickers that are on the machine, then that's you don't want us ordering room service, dog. You don't want it.
Well, it's one of those things, and I know everybody hates the the QR code menus. It's a well established fact, but thing about QR is that when you're printing menus, you're always gonna have to be printing off menus. You're never gonna stop printing off menus. However, if you have a QR code, you pay for the QR code, and then cost complete. You're just uploading a PDF. So from then on, it's you're going to be making presumably between ink and all that. Especially if you're a busy restaurant like we were. I mean, you're saving thousands every single year.
And, that is true. So, okay, so here's my quick input. QR code for room service, 100% understand, 100% support. A QR code for a restaurant, I can't. I can't for some reason. I don't know what it is exactly.
Welcome.
Sure
What kind of?
in my head?
Can I interest you in some of my
QR code for
wares?
room service seems understandable. Like it seems like it makes more sense. A QR code for a restaurant that people repeatedly come in all day just seems ridiculous.
You drop an excellent
because you're
bargain.
assuming
That's a
which,
good
I mean,
deal.
You could say this for the room service thing too, but this is more restaurant. For a restaurant, you're going there to eat food. That's the whole point. But like a phone, like some people, I know it's rare. It's more rare to not have a phone than to have one. But if your phone's dead, you just didn't bring your phone. It's like, yeah, they got menus, but it's like just skip the middleman. Just skip the QR code. Just give us the paper.
Goodbye.
Don't
Please
have
come
us
again.
like, hey, my phone's dead. Oh, okay, then here's a menu. Like I just look. I went to Dave & Buster's. They did the QR menu bullshit, and I actually had more issues using it than I did reading the different types of burgers that you have on a fucking menu. I'm like, it's giving the
What is it,
Walmart
citizen?
self-checkout, and I don't like that.
The Walmart self-checkout.
Look, I mean, because if you're a server, like, okay, you still have a job if you're a server. You are still bringing the food out. You are still checking on the customers. But I also feel like, you are losing a portion of your job to a fucking QR code.
Sure.
So it's just, I don't know. For some reason, it's like, it might be boomer of me. Ironic. But I legitimately do not want to eat at a restaurant if I walk in and there's no one there. It's just this like QR code sitting on the table. Just like, here, scan it, put in your order, we'll bring it to you. I'm like, where's the interaction?
Where's the personality in the menu?
Exactly. I want Rebecca to come up to my table.
Rebecca.
Grin on the face.
Our girl.
Yes, I need her to come up with a grin on the face, like a chirp of the bird, whatever. I need to know. I need my day to be brightened by Rebecca taking my order.
Yeah, come on, Rebecca.
Rebecca, hey, give me something.
Yeah, pick up the slack.
It's like when I went to Applebee's, fucking Applebee's, there was this girl
paragon of
and
service.
She was wearing like quirky like pin, like from animes and stuff. She had like glitter on her eyelids, and it was like not 4th of July. Oh my god. St. Patrick's Day. Like, it wasn't that day, but it was like that month, her whole promotion thing. Anyway, she kind of had a fit going on to match that. And I was just like, just looking at you makes my day brighter. This is what I want. This is customer service. A QR code cannot have body glitter on and wearing a Studio Ghibli pin.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so it's a scam. QR codes are a scam. There's some instances turned into a huge rant, but it's like there's some scenarios where a QR code, magnificent, understood, makes things so much easier. Then there's instances where a QR code is just a cheap way to get out of doing like work. Maybe not doing work, but you're trying to cut corners where there's no reason to cut a corner. Like, you're not benefiting from it. Because I understand printing menus, but at the same time, it's like, if you... Look, they laminate them bitches.
Get you a little bit of personality.
Yeah.
Laminating is actually the answer.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to do, but not apparently, that just is against Marriott standard, weirdly.
And that's like... It makes no sense if you laminate it. Like, I understand some of the only thing I could see from them, and this is still not a big enough issue, is that when the menu like wears down, and I know that the lamination, it can kind of make the menu look a little like old, right? It's just how stuff will look in general when it's used a lot. But that's when you switch it out. You don't have to print more paper. Like it's not rocket science. Like you don't have to print so much fucking paper for a menu when you can just laminate it. And that's my whole rant with restaurants. Because if I try and think from a scammy restaurant's point of view, like if you ask me a question, I try and answer from their perspective. They ask me, why are you using QR codes instead of menus? The first thing I'm gonna want to say is, oh, to save on paper. No, you lying. You lying, Chief. You lying through your damn.
You're a son of a bitch.
You're a son of a bitch. You lying. You're sitting there lying through your teeth. And I will call him out on it. I won't, but I will in my mind.
I'll think about. You know what? If I called this guy out right here, that shit would go. That shit would go hard.
Yeah, that would go so hard. Just angrily looking, like nothing being said. It's like I could totally just rip a new one in this guy. He better be lucky he's not messing with the wrong guy. It's a good day. He better not catch me on my bad side.
I hate that for him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he almost got the treatment, the Goomba treatment.
Got jumped on top of.
Yeah, he nearly
Flattened
got
like a pancake.
squished. He nearly got his whole body just. Oh, yeah, I guess I was a little rant about QR codes. I think there was just a buildup in there. I think it's always been a little anger at him, and it just finally kerplooped.
I'm about to kerploop in my bed, I think.
Same.
You have a good one, Goombologist.
Yeah, thanks for listening to my 2-hour QR rant.
Oh yeah, we were just planning out your restaurant as well.
Hell yeah, arcade, let's go. Alright, I'll see you sometime.
Alright. Bye-bye.
See, bye.
Yeah, I stabbed him. I was like, oh, that's just a pleasure. Cock like a vulgar harlot! Oh my god, she's gonna push her cock like a vulgar harlot.
Well, fuck me. Everything's dead. I hate everything. Fuck me. I'm gonna die. Nope. Bye. Bill Romeo!
Damn, he's fucking gone.
Hit something!
Boy,
oh my god, kill him!
Look at this dumbass.
Bro, you got them goddamn green bean balls.
What does that mean, John?
This lever here?
Oh, shit. I've been on the fucking social stream ever since you showed me your dick.
We're on a wavelength tonight.
That's right, son. We're out here kissing our dads in the mouth for fun.
Oh, okay, you lost me. Oh, it's going me too.
This is a lot of fun, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, you having fun?
That's getting hit.
Dude, she
moving.
She got the bob and weave.
Oh my.
It looked like there was a fish coming out of it.
Yeah, that's for the weird yordles like Fizz. People that aren't quite
Two
yordles.
cupcakes and a fish. It's like, yeah.
This isn't a yordle.
I said the weird yordles.
I'm not saying I saw our Ezreal run from like here all the way back here while the tanks are dying.
Damn.
Brother.